Hey there, my name is Jenna, and I want to share something with you today. Hoping, for how difficult this is for me to share, I'm hoping that by, sharing my journey and my struggles, that I will be able to, inspire someone to make a change or, give someone some sort of insight to take that first step to make a change or build that confidence to talk to someone and get help. Let that be me. I am an open book. I would love to hear from you. Um, but I want to share with you guys my struggle and my journey through overcoming having a body dysmorphia and an eating disorder for about 3 to 4 years. Whew. I I went to college, 4 hours away from home, and I was a very big homebody, so that was very difficult for me to go to college so far away from home. And I was pursuing a very, very demanding degree in the medical field, and I quickly developed habits with binge drinking, and Thursday through Sunday would be drinking. And that really led to a downward spiral in my mental stability and my mindset, and my stress levels and my anxiety was through the roof. With all of that combined, I know that was the equation for my downward spiral. I looked to the gym as my outlet. The gym was my vice. It was my me time, my getaway time, and it quickly turned into an obsession. I would spend hours a day at the gym, on the elliptical and treadmill. I would do my schoolwork on the elliptical and the treadmill, and the thing was, I wasn't doing any sort of weight training or resistance training. So I was, depleting my body and really, diminishing any muscle mass that I had because of all of that cardio work. In turn, I was not fueling my body with proper nutrition. Poor college student, developed bad habits of either getting, bad food, processed food, or, it quickly turned into, I was losing weight. And one, I didn't need to lose weight, but two, I wasn't eating, and it turned into an obsession that I needed to be thinner, I needed to be skinnier, when to begin with, I did not ever need to lose a pound. I lost probably 30 pounds in college. At my low, I was 105 pounds, and I am a 5'7" woman. I 5'7" inches tall, and I remember getting on the scale at my lowest point, and I was 105 pounds. I was skin and bones. I was a skeleton. And to think how bad my mindset got, over those few years, that I thought it was normal. I thought that what I was doing, those thoughts that I had, those battles that I would have every single day going on in my mind, I thought that was normal. And it was truly, I was possessed in my own head with what I thought was right and what I was obsessed in doing, and I was addicted. My image was so dysmorphed as to what other people were seeing me as to what I looked at in the mirror. And I needed more. I needed to lose more. I needed to be on the treadmill more. I needed, to just, I don't even know. I can't even describe that feeling. And if you could relate, I would love to talk to you. But I was addicted to fitness, which, again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's finding that balance between fitness and nutrition, and that was where I lacked. It was like a disease that I had going on in my head that I couldn't get out of. I couldn't escape, and it took over everything in my life. The decisions, I wouldn't go out and do things because I knew that we were going to a restaurant to eat dinner, and I wouldn't want to go because I didn't want to eat. Or, going home for the holidays and seeing all this amazing food, and I would just binge and then not eat an entire day after. I I used alcohol as my vice. I used the gym as my vice. I was a mental head case. My anxiety in turn was through the roof. I had no idea who I was. I had no idea what my life was going to turn into. I truly did not know what mattered, and I did not know that I was really ruining my life. I was ruining my health. I was killing myself from the inside out. And one day I remember, people started to talk, and my close friends and my family, they knew I had a problem, and I never talked about it. And comments would be said to me. They'd ask if I'd be okay, and I would say yes, and that was the end. Like, people would walk around on eggshells because it was like that elephant in the room, and no one knew, because I said I was fine, and I just reiterated I was fine. And I remember one day being at my parents' house, and my dad sat me down and he asked, if everything was okay and if I needed help. And that was almost like that light bulb for me, that I needed to make a choice. I was killing myself, and I knew I needed to make a change in my life, in my habits, in my mind. And I said that I wanted to try this on my own. I wanted to try to overcome this on my own. And, before I would get help, I wanted to do this by myself. I got myself into this. I wanted to get myself out. And I did. Obviously, it was not as simple as, making that decision and poof, everything's fine. That was, it's been about 3 or 4 years on that journey of recovery. And I never went to therapy. I never got professional medical help. I did overcome this 100% on my own, obviously with the help and support of my friends and family around me. But I overcame my body dysmorphia and my eating disorder through belief that I could and making a decision that I could. And my decision to get better and overcome this, and my skewed mental thoughts, and my mindset and my thinking, I knew I needed to overcome all of that. And it was one day at a time. I knew my mindset stunk. I knew my nutrition stunk. I knew that I used the gym and cardio as my outlet. I used alcohol as my outlet. So I really figured out what my trigger points were, where I needed help, what I needed to overcome. And it truly is one day at a time. That is my mantra in life. One day at a time. You could do anything that you set your mind to. You just have to have belief in yourself and take baby steps, and give yourself grace that it's not going to be an overnight success. Small decisions that you make add up over time. And what I did, I still went to the gym, but I made it a point to fuel my body. My body needed fuel if I was going to go to the gym to run, a few miles, or to start weightlifting. I gave myself grace. I tried, to eat a meal, a healthy meal before I went to the gym. And then I would go to the gym. And then I would have a healthy meal after the gym. And I knew this wasn't going to be an overnight success. I still struggled. I still went backwards. I still, skipped meals. But I knew that I could overcome this, and I knew that I could do this. So I gave myself grace. I accepted that it wasn't going to be an overnight change. I started to educate my body, or I started to educate, myself with nutrition and my body and fitness, and what foods to be eating when, and that it's okay to eat food. Food fuels our body. Our bodies are machines. We have to eat. And with that, with my mindset, I really would talk to myself all the time that food is fuel. I need fuel to live. I need fuel to be healthy. I need fuel. And, with educating myself on nutrition, I also turned to weights. I knew that my muscles were 100% gone. I truly brought myself down to skin and bones. And I knew that weightlifting and resistance training helps build that muscle mass, but it all goes back to that nutrition. It all goes back to food is fuel. And I'm still not perfect. 4 years later, I still fall into that mental battle of, binging on, going out to dinner and eating so much that I'm so full up to the brim. And something in my mind clicks. Jenna, it's okay. It's okay. You're still going to eat breakfast tomorrow morning. You're still going to get back on track tomorrow morning. It's all about balance. And again, I'm still not perfect, but I could say that I've overcome one of the most debilitating hardships of my life. And I know after that, I could overcome anything. And if you are watching this still, I hope that, anything that I said could give you some insight or inspire you that you are worth it to do amazing things. You could overcome anything in your life. Just know, have belief that you can, and take those baby steps every single day. Patience and consistency. I promise you. And please don't fear, reach out to me. Don't hesitate, reach out to me. My email will be, below this video. This isn't something easy to share, and it's not something that, we want to talk about. It's not something that, if you are at that first step of wanting to make that change, you want to see that end result so quickly. But you have to give yourself grace and have patience and know that you can overcome this, but give yourself grace that it's going to take time. Okay? So thank you so much for watching this. This was very, very hard for me to share, but I know by me sharing these struggles and by me sharing my journey that I can inspire so many people to overcome their hardest hardships in life. So thank you so much.